Sydney, TV down, please. Everyone quiet.
Well, hey guys, how are you? Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. I am excited that you guys are here. Just letting everybody in. So, hello, hello. How are you? All right. If you would, when you come in, please go ahead and mute yourself so that we don't have any feedback and all of that. So come on in, come on in. Welcome, you guys. I'm excited that you guys are here. Let us know in the chat. Let me get us in that Facebook group. That would be helpful. This is why I started a few minutes early, just so that we have here. If you would, please mute yourself on the Zoom so that we can not have any interruptions. Okay, guys, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that we are in the Facebook group. All the moving parts going on around here. All right, I think we are good and excited to see you guys, excited to be here. And I'm excited to talk about cookie classes. I absolutely love talking about cookie classes. And I'm so, so pumped to talk about them with you guys tonight. So as you are coming in, say hello. You can drop it in the chat there and say hello. And let's see, I'm just looking to see. It should be pinned. It may just be, let us know where you are joining us from. And would love to know if you are currently teaching cookie classes already, or if you are, or if you are, or if you are wanting to get started teaching cookie classes. Let us know. Lots of people coming in, so we are just letting them all in. From Georgia, we've got Susan from Massachusetts. I'm zooming from Australia. What time is it in Queensland? I hope that's how you say that. Sophia's over here in Orlando. Hi, Sophia. Nice to see you. Connie's in North Carolina. Daphne's in Massachusetts. Regina is in Iowa. Christine is in California. Love to see you guys. Love, love, love seeing you guys. Come on in. Come on in. I'm just letting people in and everything. So I apologize for my nasally, and if I have to blow my nose during this, I apologize. I woke up yesterday with a scratchy throat, and it has just like progressed to like lots of drainage and all of that wonderful stuff. I can feel it in my ears now, which is like awesome. But I would not miss this, guys, for the world. So I'm excited to have you guys in here. North Carolina, teaching friends about nothing formal. I love it, Lauren. Welcome. South Carolina, New York. This is great. Susan, I've taught 2 classes. Each were so different, but I need a better method. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in. Come on in. Excited to see you guys. Man, people are just coming on in. So I'm just going to keep letting people in as we are getting ready here. And once we get mostly everyone in here, we will get started. But Nicole is here from New Hampshire. Awesome. Lori is joining us from Arizona. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Excited that you guys are here. And yeah, let us know if you're just joining us, if you're just popping in. We'd love for you to tell us like where you are watching with us from and where you're watching from. And if you are teaching cookie classes now, or if you're wanting to start teaching cookie classes, would love to know that from you guys. I wish that like you could see like after a Zoom, you could see the chat, but you cannot. And I wish you could. Um, if I have to blow my nose during this, I apologize. I just have like sinus drainage going on right now. So I apologize for my nasally sounding voice tonight. Um, but I'm excited to get started with you guys and really talk to you all about cookie classes. I love, love, love talking about cookie classes and how you can be teaching cookie classes and how it can be a really awesome form of income for you and your family or a creative outlet. Maybe you are a hobby baker and you're like, I don't even sell my cookies, but I've thought about teaching classes. That's fantastic, and I'm so excited. Oh, Michelle is joining us from Spokane. We've got Elisa joining us from Miami. Um, I love it. Jane says she's taught one class. She has another one scheduled for May 10th, which is in just a couple of weeks. Awesome. Amber is joining us from Wisconsin. Paige in Florida. Kathy in West Virginia. Sherry in Arizona. Awesome. Welcome. Costa Rica. Awesome. Welcome. Argentina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. Tatiana, it's so great to see you. I want to teach I want to how to teach classes. Awesome. Lori says, I'm hoping that this will give me the confidence to start teaching classes. Absolutely. That is my goal for tonight is to build up your confidence that you can start teaching cookie classes tomorrow. Like you could start doing this. And it can be part of your source of revenue and source of income for you and your family and your business. And I'm excited to get started. So looks like we're getting lots of people in. So welcome, come on in. If you're just joining us, let us know where you're watching from, and let us know if you are. Would love to know if you are teaching classes currently, or if you, excuse me, if you are wanting to get started. Let me know. I'm so excited to talk about cookie classes tonight. I love talking about cookie classes, and I can't wait to tell you how I got started teaching classes and how it is definitely not what was on my bingo card to start teaching classes, which I'm sure a lot of you probably on your bingo card wasn't to become a cookie decorator, right? So I'm excited. Yes, Susan, this will be recorded. After this is over, I will upload everything and I will be sending out a replay. I'm hoping to send that out tonight. Once we get done, I can send that out. So I've got my email and everything already ready. I just got to upload the video and everything. So sometimes I can take a little bit for Zoom to get that uploaded and everything. So bear with me. If it's not there tonight, it'll be there tomorrow. You can always jump into the Facebook group. The Facebook group is How to Teach a Cookie Class Facebook group. You can join the Facebook group and get you can watch the replay. So it'll be up there for the next week or so. It will be up there in the Facebook group. So you can watch it there as well. If you have questions afterwards, that's a great place to ask questions. Obviously, you can crowdsource and see other people who are teaching classes. I am teaching in-person classes as well. So I'm able to answer, but if for some reason, like you want a quick answer, and I usually get back to my emails within 24 hours. But if you need something in a couple hours, say that you're putting together a class, that Facebook group is a great place to ask those questions there. Your workbook, if you purchased a workbook, thank you so much for purchasing the workbook. It's a $10 workbook. I'm going to put the link here in the comments that if you would like to purchase it, you can still purchase it. We will have that available to purchase even after the workshop is over if you want to purchase. But I'm going to drop the link there. It will be emailed out to you on Tuesday night. I'm sorry, not Tuesday, Monday night. It will be emailed out after the workshop tomorrow. It will be emailed out to anyone who purchased the workbook. It will be sent out to you. And I will more than likely be sending out it a second time just in case you missed the first one. I like to do that for people who may have purchased it after the fact, after the workshop. So be looking for that. I had several questions, and I had a lot of people ask, like, why are you doing the workbook afterwards instead of like during it? Well, part of that is because I want you to pay attention to what we are learning tonight. But also I do that because there are times I go off my script and I say things in these presentations that I want to make sure I can include them in the workbook. Sometimes there are things, whether it's about pricing your cookies classes, or maybe it's something that might have changed a little bit. I want to make sure that that information is up to date as much as possible for your workbook. So that's why we send that workbook out after we do the workshop, because I want to make sure everything is included in there for you. And then, yeah, so, all right, Rebecca says that she was teaching classes, but she recently moved. I've had that happen to several people, several of my students. And oh, let me get that link for you guys I had everything like queued up all nicely and everything. I was so proud of myself. I had it all queued up. So let me get that link, guys, I'm gonna put it here in the chat. So I don't think that I can pin it, um, but I will try and see. No, I don't know why they don't let you pin it. It's crazy. I'm gonna see. I'm watching it on my over here, and I wonder if I can pin it. No, I can't. It's frustrating. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it here in the chat in the Facebook group as well. So you can go there and get the workbook. Again, it will be available to you guys after it will be sent out to you, I should say, sent out to you after the workshop tomorrow night. Now, don't forget, we have part 2 is happening tomorrow night. This is the first time I have ever done a part 2 for this workshop. And I did this because I got tons of questions when I was at CookieCon in Reno, as well as CookieCon in Austin in September, of people that were like, hey, I kind of know like what to do for a cookie class, but I need help filling the seats. That is the hardest part for me, is filling the seats. So that's why we are dedicating a whole night all about filling the seats, marketing your class, promoting your class. How are you getting butts in the seats? That's what we want. Okay, I'm going to drop the link for the Facebook group here as well so that you have that. Let me grab it. My computer's a little bit slower when I am on the Zoom. And so, oh, that's weird. That just like went green. I don't know what happened there. Okay. It's funny. I have like all these devices on here. So I've never had that happen before. Here is the Facebook group. You can join the Facebook group. Now, I will tell you, I do not have someone in the wings right now that can let you into the Facebook group. I might be able to talk my husband into it. Oh, now it's like going slow. Um, oh, now we're good. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. Um, appreciate it. Thank you guys for letting me know I was muted. Okay. I guess this is a good reason why I am on. If you are watching, like I have it up here on my laptop, but I'm watching, if you want to see it, like I pin my video at the top so that you'll see me, and in a second here I'm going to start the presentation, and so it'll be a what's it called, PowerPoint. So if you want to see it, you can always pin mine. I think it comes up on yours, but like I had to pin it on my own. So let me know. But I'm excited to get started. It looks like we've got mostly everyone in here. So let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you guys and we'll get started. We're going to talk about cookie classes. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm really, really pumped to help you build that confidence so that you can start teaching cookie classes right away. Okay. And everything is like going slow. Okay. Um, and then I'm not sure if I think I can still let people in as we go. I keep seeing it pop up. I should have just allowed people to come in without me having to accept them. All right. So we are getting started here. Yeah, hang on. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time here. Not one more time. We're gonna, there it goes. It's just a little bit slower. It's just, um, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So it's like I have so many like moving parts here. Okay. I think we are good to go. All right, guys, welcome to How to Teach Your First or Next Cookie Class. So this is for anyone who is thinking about teaching cookie classes, wanting to start teaching cookie classes, and who has a passion for that and wants to learn more about that. Um, I am Summer Deep. I am the owner of Summer Sweet Shop. And like I said, I'm so excited that you guys are here. And I want to tell you guys just a little bit about me and how I got started teaching classes and how I got started as a cookie decorator. I started teaching, or I'm sorry, I started my business I started over 15 years ago. And I took a cake decorating class from Michael's craft store. And I just wanted to be able to make cakes for my kids one day. It was even before I had kids. And I was like, man, I just want to be able to make cakes. My mom always made our cakes for us growing up, the strawberry shortcake and the Star Wars and all the things. And I was like, man, I just want to be able to like make cakes for my kids. And so I took this class and I loved it. And I made cakes here and there for some friends and family and things like that. And then fast forward about a year after I took that class, I went to a birthday party. It was the first birthday party for some family friends of ours. And they had a farm theme. And it was this over the top first birthday with pony rides and a petting zoo and all the things. And I saw these decorated iced cookies and I was mesmerized by them. And I just had never seen anything like that before. And I just fell in love with them. And I said, I need to know how to decorate that because that looks so much fun. I love decorating cakes. But these cookies, there's just such a novelty of like so many different things that you can do with these cookies from the barn to the cow to the horse to the pig to the chicken. Like I just loved all the different things and all of the different animals and things that you could create in with cookies. Oh, sorry. I know that's gonna get on there. Okay. So I went home. I started researching as much as I could about decorated sugar cookies. Again, this was before YouTube, before Pinterest, before all of those things. But I found some blogs that talked about and showed you how to outline and flow cookies, and it gave you recipes for your sugar cookies. And I was like, I have to do this. So went back to Michael's, got a pumpkin cookie cutter. You can see it right there. This pumpkin cookie cutter. It's my very first cookie cutter I ever bought. And I decided I was going to make these cookies. And I should put my picture up here. I always forget to do that. But my first cookies were some pumpkins that I had the best time making, and I really, really loved it. And I say that I was bitten by the cookie bug, and I was like, man, I've got to do more of this because this was just so much fun. I would get so nervous when I would make a cake, and I would just have sweaty armpits when it was time to write happy birthday because it was like you got like one shot, and buttercream isn't very forgiving. And I would get so nervous about it. But with a cookie, I was like, I could make extra cookies. I could like scrape off that royal icing and pipe it again if I had to, if I messed up. And so I really fell in love with cookies and I started making more of them. And what happened was I started making more of them. I had friends start asking me to have me make them for their special events, for their graduation parties, for their birthday parties, for their kids, for the showers that they were going to be hosting in a few weeks. And they asked me to make cookies for them. And I thought, yes, that sounds like so much fun. I would love to do that. And that was how it got started. And they said, hey, we want to pay you for this. And I thought, okay, that can work. This could be great. Like, how much fun. So that was how I started selling my cookies. My friends started asking me for them, and it really just snowballed from there. Now, we moved about 2 or 3 years into me starting to sell my cookies and to where we currently live now in Nashville, right outside of Nashville. And I had to start my business all over again. And so that was very daunting. We didn't know anyone when we moved here, and so no one knew about my business. And so I had to start all over again. But thankfully, things grew pretty quickly. And soon by the 2017, 2018, I was overwhelmed with custom cookie orders, with holiday orders, and I could barely keep up. I felt like I was just keeping my head above water at all times. You guys know what that feeling is like. You know, especially when it comes to December, October, November, December. Who decided to put all those holidays together? I don't know. But that fourth quarter just about put me under and I was so stressed out. And I remember in 2018, I was like, or the end of 2017 rather, I was like, there's got to be a way that I can scale this business. There's got to be. I'm a one woman show. I'm doing this all by myself. Like, I don't have a big fancy commercial kitchen. I don't have other people that are helping me package cookies. I'm doing everything myself. Occasionally, I would have my husband or a neighbor come and help me. But for the most part, it was me doing all of it. And I was like, how can I scale this? I was frustrated because I couldn't take on more orders. I knew I couldn't take, I was tapped out. I was completely tapped out and I could not take on more orders. Hey, Christine, I see you. We will take questions at the end. We will have a whole Q&A at the end. Um, so put that in the chat and we will grab those at the end. But I was super overwhelmed. 2017 was super overwhelmed. And by 2018, a friend of mine was like, she's a cookier just like I am, lives very close to me. And she said, Summer, you've got to start teaching classes. And I was like, what? I don't know. Like, I don't know if classes are right for me. Like, I don't know if I would enjoy that. And I was like, I love cookies, but like, I'm going to teach people and they're going to go start a business down the street. I know it sounds super silly and crazy. And when I say it out loud now, I think that's so crazy. Why would I even think that? But I had those fears. I had that fear of like, what if I don't like teaching people? Or what if I'm not the best cookie decorator? Why would people want to come to my class? Because I'm not the best cookie decorator. I don't have all the answers. And I had those fears and I had those doubts that I don't know if this is right for me. But I knew that I wanted to scale and I knew that I wanted to be able to provide more income for my family. And I knew that that was probably going to be the thing to do. So she invited me to her class. She's like, I'm teaching a cookie class next week. Come hang out, come see what it's like. And so I did. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I love this. I think that I could do this. Let's just put one on the calendar and see what happens. So that's what I did. That's what I did. I scheduled my first cookie class. I put it up on my Wix website along with my other holiday pre-orders and everything. And I had 12 people come to my first class. It was in the fall of 2008. I'm sorry, 2018, 2008, the fall of 2018. And I loved it. I had the best time. And I knew from that point, okay, I know that cookie classes have to be a part of what I'm going to offer for my customers. I can still do holiday cookies, I can still do custom cookies here on the side, but I really want to do these classes because I love it. It gets me in the community, it gets me out there, and it was just so much fun. And I can make a lot more money teaching classes than I could doing those custom cookies. Custom cookies, while I love them and I love doing holiday cookies, I could assembly line apples for teachers all day long. I love it, but it's exhausting. It's exhausting, right? And so um, I knew that once I started teaching classes, this is what I was here for. This is what I really wanted to do. And so that's where we are now. Um, oh my goodness, this slide is going to go really slow. So you are going to benefit from this training today if you are interested in teaching classes, but you don't know how you're going to fill up the seats. You're not sure that you have time to teach classes. That was something I totally did. Like, I am tapped out. How am I going to teach classes? Like, I can't teach anything else. And I want you to know you're going to learn how and where you can book a venue. And if you are, this is for if you are ready to start teaching classes and you're not sure where to start, you don't know what to prep for your classes, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about prepping for your classes, how to set up everything for your class. We're going to talk about all of those things here in the workshop. Hey, Letitia, good to see you. So I am excited to get started with you guys. I'm sorry, like these slides are going slow. This is what we're going to learn tonight. Oh, actually, I think I put marketing in this one. We're going to talk about selecting a location. How are you getting a venue? How are you getting deciding on where you're going to teach your cookie classes? We're going to talk about that some first. We're going to talk about pricing at your class. How are you going to price your class? We're going to talk about marketing your cookie classes. Actually, we're going to talk about marketing your cookie classes tomorrow night. So we're going to put that on for tomorrow night. But we're going to talk about promoting and all of that tomorrow night. We're going to talk about planning your class. How are you planning your class and getting everything ready? Like, how are you selecting designs? How are you deciding on colors? We're going to talk about all of that. And we're going to talk about class prep and setup. What do your workstations look like? What tools and resources do you need to teach your classes? We're talking about all of that in this workshop today. So I'm super excited. Why should you start teaching cookie classes? Well, you heard my story and you heard some reasons why I started teaching classes. Okay, I don't know why it did. Oh, it did this last time. It did the lines. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, and it's gonna be there the whole time. Okay, hang on. Let me um let me stop sharing and come back. It did this last time and it drove me nuts like the whole time. That yellow mark. I can go back in really quickly and it goes away. And I think it's me that does it. Okay. Why should you teach cookie classes? Number one reason you should start to do cookie classes is extra income. Okay, this is going to be able to supplement your custom cookie orders with classes so that you can make more revenue. We're going to talk about this, especially as we get into pricing your cookie classes. We're going to see what your prices are for your custom cookies and what your prices are for classes and the difference. And you're going to have your jaw on the ground because you're going to realize, oh goodness, I can make a lot more revenue teaching classes than doing custom cookies. And you're not working as hard, friends. You're not working as hard. Okay. Reason number two is, oh my goodness, it's going to go at a snail's pace. You're going to avoid burnout. Just like I said, I was overwhelmed. I was tired. I was not wanting to decorate another Christmas tree or Santa Claus to save my life because I was burned out. And teaching cookie classes really helps you to avoid that burnout. You're going to be able to shake up your schedule. You're going to be able to stay away from that burnout and avoid it because you're going to be teaching classes in the mix of that. And so you're not going to be just doing custom cookies, just doing holiday cookies. It really helps you to branch out and not get so overwhelmed with those custom cookies and custom orders. It's going to allow you to get social. This is one of my favorite parts of teaching a class is it allows you to be social. A lot of us are decorating cookies in our houses. Probably 95% of us are decorating cookies in our houses, and it gets lonely, right? Like I'm a podcast junkie. I would listen to podcasts all day long, but I craved that interaction with other people. That's why I think we love it when we go to CookieCon because we're decorating and we're having fun with our friends and people that get us, right? Well, being able to teach these classes gets you out there in your community. It gets you out there to be social. And guess what? It's going to help you market your custom cookies and your holiday cookies when you are teaching classes. So remember that it's going to help that business along. And then the last one is you get to spread joy. You already know and love cookies, and with teaching classes, you are able to spread that love that you have with cookies with other people. And so you're able to show them, hey, here's like how awesome it is. Like this is like therapy, right? Like we always think about cookies, it's therapy, it's our creative outlet. And you get to share that with other people. You get to share that with them and they can see what that is like. So you're getting to really expose them to that. Okay, selecting a location. I'm going to blow my nose here real quick, so I apologize. I told you I've got this sinus junk right now, so I apologize for that. And if I cough, I'm sorry. Okay. Module 1, we are talking about is selecting a location. I want you guys to get out, I forgot to say this, but if you have some Post-it notes, get out some Post-it notes. And I want you to write down on these Post-it notes some places that you can host a cookie class. Okay, I want you to take just like a couple minutes here and you guys can throw them in the chat. I will grab some of them and I want you to write down where are some places that you can teach cookie classes. Also, I'm going to do a giveaway with these cookie cutters at the end. I've got 2 of them here. This is our spring class from Cookie Classes to Cash. So if you're around at the end, I'm going to be doing that. Okay, so put in the chat, what are some places that you can think of just off the top of your head that you can teach a class? Okay, number 1 is your home. Oh, sorry, this is backwards. Shoot, I should have not mirrored it. Okay, so you have your home, number 1. Okay, give me some other ones. Church, love it. Awesome. Recreation center. Yes. Local business. Awesome. I'm writing these down. Local business. Yes. Yes. Keep them coming. Coffee shop. Yes. Y'all are gonna go fast. Schools. Yes. 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 Work. You know what I love with the work one is corporate team building. Corporate team building. I'm gonna put corp. Excuse my handwriting. I have horrible handwriting. Corporate team building. Okay. Library. Love it. Love it. Oh, yes, a host home. So that could be a private home. A private home. Yep. Yep. If you're just joining us, come on in. A winery. These are one of my favorite places to teach classes. Whoops. It's a winery and a brewery. Fantastic. Okay, let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. A beer and wine lounge. Awesome. Birthday parties, Girl Scout meetings. Okay, nobody said a neighborhood clubhouse. A neighborhood clubhouse. I'm just gonna put clubhouse. A senior center, Girl Scout meetings, a bookstore, a bachelorette party, a park, a kids play place. I love it. Look at all of these different ones. Look at all these different ones. Okay, part of your homework tonight, I know we've only been in this, what, 30 minutes, and I'm already giving you homework. It's going to be writing down some more ideas, but we're going to talk about these ideas and we're going to talk about some good things and some bad things about some of these places. Look at all these different ones. It may be hard to see because my screen's small. But let's talk about some of these places and why they can be really, really good and what might be some cons for some of these places. You mentioned some of these already. You guys mentioned them. A bakery, great setup for decorating. Obviously, they're gonna have lots of resources and tools there for you, but it might have some limited rental availability. You've got community centers. We talked about that. So they're usually very affordable, but they might have some strict rules on you decorating, and then there's that availability. Event space or studios. This is great because a lot of times they have a great professional setup for you, but there might be a higher rental fee. Your home is probably like your number one. That's where I started teaching classes, was because it's super, super convenient. But you might be limited on space, on how many people you can have in that area in your space. Like my home, I can only like accommodate like 12 people. That's like the most. I like to have like 2 tables with 6 each. And cleanup. Like you have to clean up your house typically beforehand and you're having to clean up afterward. So you have that. You got to figure out what to do with your family and everything. Yes, I'm looking at both. Yes, yes, yes. This is actually live, Laura. Yep. Coffee and ice cream shop. This is great. I've done both of these ice cream shops. I've done boutiques. I've done local shops. And they can be great because you're getting to share that audience with that local business, but you also might be limited on space. I remember I've taught it in a boutique before, and I'm kind of like, I'm walking around the clothing racks and stuff. It was very entertaining, but it was super fun and it was great and people had a great time. You also have local schools and churches. Okay, so convenient and comfortable. You want to make sure that wherever you choose, it is convenient and comfortable for you as well as for your students. So when you're thinking about a place, you want some place that is easy to find. You don't want people having to drive around everywhere that like it's in the middle of nowhere. You don't want it to be far away. Maybe you live like an hour outside of a really busy city. You want to think about that. Like, is it easy to find? Is it easy for them to get to? Is it easy for them to park and things like that? And do you have comfy seating? People don't want to be like necessarily like decorating on um, benches, but obviously, like, you don't want them having to like sit on the floor. Operationally ready. So this is just making sure that you have enough space for tables and chairs. It's just something when you're looking at a space and you're going in and you're like, okay, where can I teach a class? I want you to have that in your head of like, do I have enough space to have enough table and chairs for people to sit at? Is there enough room for them to get up and move around? And things like that. So just think about those logistics as you are trying to decide on a venue and where you can host your class. Is the place that you are deciding on, is it on brand and is it inviting to your customers? We're going to talk about this a little bit more here in a bit, but your first cookie class customers, your first cookie class students are going to be the people that are already buying your cookies from you more than likely. Those are the people that you're going to be emailing, talking to, because guess what? They already know and love your cookies already, and they already know and love you. So they're going to be the ones that are going to be coming to your class. So is it inviting for them? Does the venue that you are choosing, does it match your business vibe? Is it something, like I like you want to make sure that it is comfy. Maybe you want to just partner with other businesses locally that you share the same vibe with. And is the class good? Like, this is not like I have to, but it's definitely something that you want to think about. Is the place that you're doing it good for photos and marketing? Now, if it's not good for photos and maybe it's dark, you do want to think about that if it's dark, because that will make a difference in the experience that your students will get. But it doesn't have to be perfect for photos and marketing. What I want you to think about, if it is great for photos and marketing, that you think ahead of like how you can get some videos, get some photos, get some videos of that place as you're teaching that class to use for marketing. So just think about that as you are deciding on where you can teach your classes and what you are, where you want to set up teaching classes. As you can see by our huge list here, lots of different places, and we actually have a list of over 30 different places. And that's gonna be one of our bonuses tonight at the end. I'll tell you about it more at the end. But let's move on to module 2. We're going to talk about pricing your cookie classes. I get lots and lots of questions about this, about pricing your classes. How do you do that? How do you come up with the prices? So we're going to dive into the numbers. I'm not a numbers gal, but it's super important that we look at this pricing, that we look at these numbers, that you know your numbers so that you can price your class accordingly, because I don't want you losing money on your class. I don't want you doing all of this expense and spending all of this time. The time is where you're going to lose out, and because you priced your cookie class too low. So when you are getting ready to teach your cookie class and you're starting you've got a place, right? Like you've got a venue. That's number one. Number two, to price your class, you want to understand the cost. What are all the costs that go into teaching a cookie class? So before setting a price, what are those costs? You're going to have your ingredients and your supplies. Okay, that's number one cost. Then you're going to have the cost of the venue. If you're doing it in your home, obviously you don't have a cost there. Maybe you're able to teach at a place that doesn't require a rental fee. But whatever that rental fee, that venue fee cost is, you've got to factor that into it as well. Marketing costs. Do you have any marketing costs? Whether, like, if you're doing Facebook ads, maybe if you are doing any flyers, how much it's costing you to do those flyers and things like that. That's your marketing cost. Time and labor. This is a biggie. How much time, we're going to talk about this. We're going to get into how much time it takes you to make all the things in your ingredients for your class, not your ingredients, your supplies for your cookie class, how long it is taking you to do that and how much time. And then also any additional costs. So additional costs might be the cost to run your website, if that's where they are purchasing tickets. It might be if you're doing tickets through a site like Eventbrite. That's an additional cost. If you are running credit card payments, that's an additional cost that you are incurring as well, that you have to think about. Usually credit cards, there's like a 3% um, fee to do like PayPal or credit cards and things like that, which I do highly recommend that you offer those, just like you would with your custom orders or your holiday orders and pre-orders. I recommend that you accept credit cards and PayPal. That's going to help you to really service more people. Okay, now we've got to determine our value and our market pricing. So your pricing, it's not just about covering the cost of your cookies, like I said before. It's got to reflect your expertise and your value. Okay, so when you are looking at your class and you're trying to figure out what to price it as, I want you to look at, are you a new cookie decorator? Are you a really seasoned instructor and a seasoned decorator? That's going to affect the pricing of your class as well. Are you doing really simple designs? And maybe you're doing just like 3 cookies in a class, or are you doing more detailed cookies and maybe you're doing 6 cookies or 7 cookies? I've never heard anybody doing 7 cookies, but if you are doing more cookies, that's going to determine and change the price of your class as well. What things are included in your class? Do you offer a goodie bag with your classes? I've done this several times where I have a cookie cutter and some bags and a cute scribe for the people that are taking the class that they can take home. Maybe you're offering a cookie kit with every purchase of the ticket for your cookie class. Those things need to be into the price of your class. Please don't forget those. Like, I don't want you just to price it at, oh, well, they're like, I'm just going to price this at $20 for decorating 6 cookies. No, 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 no. Okay, and then are you having a casual or a premium location? If you're having like a casual location, maybe you're teaching it in your home or you're teaching it somewhere that is more casual versus if you're having it in a what is it called? The like a culinary school, right? Or a place that does catering. That's a premier location, and your price should reflect that location and that um, premiums that they are getting for their classes. Okay, I got a couple minutes ago. All right, let's look at setting our pricing formula. Again, I don't like numbers, guys. My husband's a CPA. I don't do the numbers. I leave all the numbers to him, but we got to talk about the numbers. Okay, we're going to talk about it, and we are going to get down to the nitty gritty of this. So, when you're talking about pricing your classes, you want to look at your expenses, like we talked about, your ingredients, your supplies, labor, all of those things that go into that. And then you want to look at your time and your hourly rate. How much money do you want to make per hour for the number of students that you are going to be teaching? Okay. So we're going to do this. And these are numbers that I have just made up numbers. These are not actual numbers that I have said, oh, this is exactly how much my ingredients are. You're going to do that at home, but you can take this formula. This is in your workbook, but you can do this formula so that you can figure out what you need to be pricing your cookies at. And like where your break-even price is what we're figuring out right now. So, for example, if you have your expenses, your ingredients, your decor, website, all of that, we're going to say it's $20 for all of that. And then you're going to, and this is for a class of 10 students in your class. And you know that it takes you 8 hours to prep for that class. And so you're doing that times $20 an hour. So that's $160 is how much it is. Like if you're paying yourself, if you're wanting to make yourself $20 an hour, you have $20 worth of ingredients and supplies that you got over here for 10 students. So it's $160 is what we are looking at. Okay. So you have your $20 expenses again, $160. So that's $180 total. And the number of students is 10 students. So that comes out to be $18 per student. So if you're only charging $20 a person, $20 a ticket for them to come to your cookie class, you are barely breaking even. You're barely breaking even, okay? So don't do that. Do not just charge $20 a customer. Okay, but let's go back and let's talk about you got $18 that you are that where you are break even with your 10 students. So you have $18. If you price your class at $50, which is what I recommend that you start out pricing your class at. I have several students that are pricing them at $60, $65, some even at $75. Awesome. Start out at $50 is what I recommend, especially if you're a new cookier. If you've been teaching classes for a while, you're in a more expensive market, you can go up a little bit. But let's just look at $50. I always say like you shouldn't be doing it for less than $50 a ticket ahead. If you've ever looked at bread classes, like sourdough bread classes, it's like $150 for a bread class, like $180. It's a lot. And we're going to charge like $20 for our class? Absolutely. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So $50. So if you have 50 minus 18 is you're going to be profiting $32 a student. Okay. So if you have 10 students at $32 you're profiting, that's $320 in profit for 8 hours of work. Okay, so then you're making $40 an hour. $40 an hour. Again, I don't love numbers, but I know that that number is a really good number, and it's a lot better than that number I get when I do custom cookies, right? A lot better. So I want you to figure out what those expenses are. We've got to know what those numbers are ahead of time of like what our ingredients are, how much it's going to cost, what's the rental fee. That's going to factor all of that into it when we are pricing our class. Okay, so let's talk about maximizing this revenue because it's great to have that revenue. It's great to know those numbers, but I want you to make sure that you are maximizing that revenue. I don't want you leaving any money on the table. So these are some, when I talked about, when I was promoting this, I talked about giving you guys real strategies to help you take these and use them right away. If you're teaching classes, you can take these strategies right here and start using them. Okay, so small tweaks that can make a big difference in your classes and in your revenue. It's going to be number one, early bird pricing. Are you offering early bird pricing? So this is to your, I like to do this to my VIP people, my people that buy custom cookies every time I open the door. They do the holiday cookies. They're the first ones to put in those holiday orders. That is your VIP. Offering them $5 off their first cookie class, $10 off their first cookie class. What's their early bird pricing? You have a date on that it's only available for a couple days. I'm going to offer this early bird pricing, right? That's going to help you to get more revenue in because that's going to incentivize them to sign up for the class, right? Okay, bundle discounts. You could bundle. You could say when you bring two people, one of them gets $10 off. Or maybe you get a discount, like a buy one, get one half off, right? Especially if you're doing like a Mother's Day class or a class that's like a mother-daughter or like a sisterly type of class. That's a great one to do too. It's like some type of bundle discount. It's going to incentivize them to go ahead and purchase that class. Add-ons. I love to do add-ons like cookie kits with my classes. And so a lot of times what I do is once I have a class set up, I will email those people about a week out, maybe a couple days out, and I'll say, hey, I'm so excited about the class. I'm already emailing them a reminder. I put in that little reminder email. We're going to talk about that later. I put in that little reminder email, hey, I would love for you to, if you want to purchase a cookie kit, maybe your sister can't come, or your friend, or your mom, or whoever, and you want to take this cookie kit to them, or maybe you just want it for extra practice. I'm going to be selling these kits. I'm going to give you 6 cookies, all the icing you need to go home and decorate these cookies, and they're going to be $30 a pop. Easy add-on because guess what? You're already making the cookies. You're already making the icing. Make up a cookie kit for them to take home. And guess what? Like your job is easy. You've just made that cookie kit and you've made 30 extra bucks. 25, $30. Easy. Easy, easy. Also, premium prices for those like premium locations. When you have those locations like a culinary school, a catering kitchen, those are really great places that are going to have great setups. Make sure that you are charging a premium for that location for being able to do it in that location and have your class there. And maybe they even like offer extra stuff. Like I know that we have a catering kitchen here that I am going to teach classes at, and they have like I can do like charcuterie boards and spreads and things like that. They're gonna pay a premium for that, right? Okay, so key takeaways with this is, and these are action items for you to do. Know your costs before setting your price. Okay, we're gonna price based on our value, not just our expertise. Not, or I'm sorry, your expenses, not just your expenses. You don't want to price it on that. You don't want to just price it on how much your ingredients are when you check out at the grocery store, right? I want you to price it based on your value. What are the value that you bring to the class? Not someone off the street can just come and teach a cookie decorating class. They're not going to know how to outline and flood. They're not going to know how to do these amazing wet on wet polka dots. You know how to do that, right? You know more than the student that's coming into your class. So you've got to price it accordingly. And then you're going to use the pricing strategies to help boost your profits. I love that. I love just taking that base and saying, hey, how can we like even double down on that and make even more profits for our classes. And number one is you don't have to get it perfect. This does not have to be the best class. It doesn't have to be all together. You don't have to have that first class have everything all just right together. You just have to get started. The first class I did, there were things that I did that I learned very quickly. Wow, that didn't work so well. I don't need to do that, or I need to do this instead. There were things that I said, oh, I don't want to have more than 12 people. Or, oh, like I need to set my table up differently this way so people can get around, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's just important to get started. Okay, getting on my soapbox about that. Okay, module number 3 is planning your class. So let's talk about planning your class and what that entails. I know this is a biggie for a lot of people because this is great. You can get a location, you got the time, you got your email, here we go. But how do I plan the class? This is where the rubber meets the road, okay? So we're gonna talk about this today. Number one, talk about basic skills. You're gonna be learning basic skills in this class. A lot of people think that they can't teach cookie classes because they don't know everything about cookie decorating. Maybe they've only been decorating a few months or they've been decorating less than a year. I talked to so many people in Reno at CookieCon who had just been decorating for a few months and they're like, I can't teach classes. I need to be taking classes. And the truth is, they know more than the students that are going to be coming into their class. So you don't have to have all of these fancy techniques that you know and advanced ways of decorating. Absolutely not. You're teaching them basic skills, how to outline and flat a cookie, how to do wet on wet polka dots. I always say, having students, I love doing wet on wet polka dots and lines or marbling in my classes because guess what? People love them and they're mesmerized. People that are not cookie decorators, these are people that are students that are just coming to your class. They're mesmerized by these polka dots that just flood right into the cookie. And guess what? Let's surprise and delight the pants off of them with these polka dots. It doesn't have to be advanced techniques. It doesn't have to be all of the bells and whistles that you might think of. All right, I always encourage you to create an outline when it comes to planning your class. Your outline of your cookie class so that you know exactly what to cover. I always say like you want to know what cookie you're going to start with and how you're going to pace your class. It's super, super important. You're going to have some people that come into class that are the Speedy Gonzalez, right? Kids are a lot of times these people, but they just want to speed through and they're not waiting on your instructions at all. But you're going to create that outline so you know how you can pace that class really well. And then you're going to have step-by-step instructions. The step-by-step instructions, just like you would with the outline if you're writing a paper. I think about that with my high schooler. You're creating the outline, and then you're going to have step-by-step instructions. Those step-by-step instructions are going to take you step-by-step to help you break down those steps to make it easy for you to follow. And here's the thing, you don't have to do this every single time, but I really recommend that you do this starting out because you get up there in front of your students and you're like, wait, what cookie were we going to start with? Are we starting with the candy cane or the gingerbread man? I can't remember. The sun? I don't know. Have those step-by-step instructions so that you can know where to start and how, again, how to pace your class. Your students are going to be judging you on how the class is paced and how they're able to move along. And guess what? Their results, which you want them to have good results, that's your goal in the class, is for them to have that great experience. And if you have it paced well, that's going to go further. And guess what? If you have a great class and they love it and they have cookies that they're so proud of and then they're excited for, you are going to get repeat customers. And they're going to say, I want to come back to this class over and over and over again. Okay, and then the last one on that is having a timeline. Think about your dry times. That is probably the most challenging part of when I'm creating classes for Cookie Classes to Cash, my program, is thinking about the drying time. Do they have enough time to dry if we are sitting there for 2 hours? Do they have enough time to dry in order for us to move on to the next step? That is a biggie, biggie, biggie. So you've got to think about those drying times and how that's going to affect you moving through your cookies and if they're going to be successful with the class. Okay, next is our class prep and setup. This is one that I get lots of questions about as well. So we're going to go over that and what that looks like here as well. So you have your class prep. First thing that you've got to do is you've got to decide on your design theme. I really recommend that you keep your designs to a minimum of 6 designs at most. I really would not recommend doing more than 6 cookies. That's really the most. If you're just starting out, I would say do 3 or 4 cookies. You don't have to do a lot. Don't feel like you have to give them the whole world and everything. 6 cookies max, but you've got to decide on those themes. And I've had people ask for private parties before, and they'll ask for, I had one time that they were like, oh, we love rainbows, and my daughter loves hedgehogs, and we also love 4-leaf clovers, and she also loves bluey. Well, think about that. Like, that is so many colors, so many different designs, so many different levels of learn or lots of like advanced learning. Let's keep it simple. Okay, okay, keep it simple. Remember, we want to keep it simple of like they are surprised and delighted by wet on wet polka dots. We're gonna get them surprised and delighted wet on wet polka dots. Okay. To keep those designs really simple. 4 to 6 cookies. If I jumped ahead. I talked too fast. 4 to 6 cookies. Really recommend starting out. And are you going to provide lines or not? You can see here in the photo that I have in the middle there of the wine glass. It's a wine glass, like a stemless wine glass. Are you going to provide the outlines for them? Now, as part of our Cookie Classes to Cash membership, we provide the Eddie images for you. So familiar with the Eddie, it will print the lines on the cookie for you so that when you're teaching your classes, you don't have to worry about using a projector to get those lines. But I recommend that you have something there for them so that they have something to go by. Whether you are using a projector and you're marking them with an edible marker, or if you're using the Eddie. If you're teaching a lot of classes, I do think that an Eddie is probably a pretty good idea to use. Even if you have like a friend maybe in your area that you could borrow an Eddie to see if that's something that you could use for your classes. Okay, let's talk about icing prep. This is probably the hardest part of doing your classes and prepping for your classes is making your icing. So number one, you got to have your color options. You got to decide on what colors you're going to be doing for this set of cookies. When you're deciding your designs, think about what colors. I really recommend that you stick to 3 to 5 colors at most for these cookie designs because guess what? If you're doing a set of like Sesame Street, there's like 10 colors. No, thank you. You don't want to be making 10 colors of icing per student in your class. Like, absolutely not. You're going to spend all your time making that icing. So, really stick to those 3 to 5 colors of your icing. Okay, then you got to decide, are you going to have one consistency or 2 consistencies? Most of the time, you're going to do whatever you are familiar and what you're comfortable with decorating on the regular. I have several students in Cookie Classes to Cash that teach on one consistency because that's how they decorate their cookies, and they're able to use our program really well. I like to use an outline and flood consistency. Remember, because I started decorating in the dinosaur times when we did not have tipless bags. So I was having to learn an outline and flood consistency using built-in bags and using piping tips. So in fact, I remember like in the beginnings, like I used tips for flood and outline. We didn't use flood or we didn't have tipless bags at all. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with one consistency, then do that. That's probably what you're going to be best at teaching. But know that you gotta decide whether you're going to do 2 consistencies or 1. I do feel like a 2 consistency is easier to do for your students. They're going to have more success a lot of times for a beginner. But totally up to you. Maybe you have mastered it. I still have trouble getting that one perfect consistency. And so I really like to have 2 consistencies. When I make my icing, I can just do my icing, my whatever comes out of the mixture is what it's going to be your outline icing. and then I thin it out for my flood. Okay, and then if you have accent colors, minimize the bags that you have for accent colors. Maybe your accent color is just like the eyes, the black icing for an eyes, or maybe the small details on the cookie where you're just using a little bit of like orange or yellow or whatever color, it doesn't matter. Um, just do a few icing bags for those colors. That's going to save you so much time. People can share those bags if you're just doing it for the black icing for the eyes, let's say for a set. Keep it simple. Just do a few bags and your people can share. If you have tables, say you're going to have 2 tables or 3 tables, make however many tables you have a bag of icing per table. Okay, now let's talk about class flow. So this is part of your prep and your setup. Your class flow is going to talk about your workstation. What do you have at each of your workstations for your students? I like to have the same, I do the same layout for each class. And I have all of their tools and their supplies laid out at their workstation. At the beginning of the class, I like to go over what's at their workstation. I do a little introduction of who I am, how long I've been decorating, what they're going to learn today, and then we talk about what's at their workstation. So it kind of just eases you right into the class to talk about, hey, here's what's in front of you. These are what we're going to decorate. Talk a little bit about icing consistency there, but I really kind of keep it to a minimum. I'm not going on a whole tangent on how to make royal icing and how you've got to thin it out with water and all that. Most of them don't care about that. If they have questions about it, sure, you can answer those. But I'm telling you, they're there just to have a good time. They're there just to make pretty cookies. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't think that you've got to have this whole um, essay on icing consistency and how you're going to make it. And you don't have to do a royal icing science or anything like that. Have a workflow and a pace throughout the class, and you're going to grab those step-by-step instructions in that outline that you created so that you can move through that class. And then I always encourage you to do demos. Make sure that you are demoing your cookies, whether you're having people gather around to watch you demo or you have a projector and they're watching it on a screen and they can see you demo. I think it's highly important as your cookie instructor that you are demoing the class. So, guys, I want to know, are you excited about adding in classes to your cookie business? I hope so because I want to tell you about Cookie Classes to Cash, and I mentioned this a few times. It's the membership where I give you done for you designs for your cookie classes and help you to work through booking those classes. How are you getting those venues? How are you emailing your students and talking to them. We're going to talk more about timelines tomorrow when we talk about filling the seats. That's going to be in part 2. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about Cookie Classes to Cash and how it's a step-by-step membership program that helps you be most profitable in your cookie decorating classes with ease. I want it to be so easy for you, and I say this all the time to them, is I want the hardest part of you teaching your classes is making your icing. That's the hardest part. If I could like come and make your icing for you, I would. But I want you to see that these are done for you class kits. We have the marketing there for you so that you know exactly how you're promoting your classes, how you're getting butts in the seats for the classes, and then also business trainings. So we're talking about emailing your students, emailing your email list, talking about it on social media. How are you using social media with giveaways, with promotions and things like that, and specials and things like that to get people to buy tickets to your cookie classes. I love it, Caitlin. I love it. Okay. Excuse my runny nose here. I want to give you guys a little backstage pass of what it looks like every month in Cookie Classes to Cash and what you get. I always get tons of questions about it, about what exactly is in the membership and what you get every single month. So you get marketing training. Each you can use time-tested promotional techniques and develops that are developed specifically for your local market for your cookie classes. We make it super, super easy for you to promote your class so that you are just focused on getting your class ready to go. You're making your icing, you're making your cookies. That promotion, we make it so easy for you that we have the templates for you to use for every single class. All the templates are different each month. We do a social media training every single month where I'm teaching you how to grow your business on social media. Most likely you've been doing custom orders, and that's what your customers are going to know you as, doing custom orders and holiday orders. But now you've added on classes. So how are you going to use your social media to talk about and promote your classes now? So that's what we do in our trainings every single month in Cookie Classes to Cash. You have access to all of our full library of class instructor trainings. These are all of our kits, like you can see here. They do not come with the cutters. I shouldn't even show this because it does not come with the cutters. The cutters are separate. But you get 2 brand new classes every single month. And here's the thing, when you join Cookie Classes to Cash, you get access to all of the previous classes that we've done in the past. You can see a few of them up here. We have the birthday set. We have, I don't think you can see it up here, but we have the Fiesta set there at the top. You have access to all of those, all of those. So like last year we did a summer Santa, we did a pool party, we did a backyard grilling. You get access to all of those. So you have lots of choices that you get. And guess what the best part is? When you get those, you have all of the pieces that go with it, the marketing templates, the social media prompts, so you know what to say about your classes. You have all of that inside of your portal to use for your classes that you are doing. And then we do a monthly Q&A. Every single month we do a monthly Q&A inside our membership for people that can ask questions. If you have something you're stuck on, you've got an issue with a class, maybe you've got a person that keeps coming to class and they're really disruptive and you're like, I need some advice on what to do about this one customer. Or I have people that are really lagging behind in class, and I have people that are super, super fast. Like, what do I do about that? That's where the Q&A comes in, and I go over it with you every single month to help solve your problems and really answer your questions. And we do that as a group. So you're not just getting me doing it. You have other people in there as well that are also teaching cookie classes. And so they can help as well. Okay. And then, but what about the cookie designs? So I've got you covered on all of the cookie designs as well. We have over 70 class kits inside the membership, and that the class kits aren't just like the class kits that you get the STL files or the designs. You get a whole instructor book. So the outline and those step-by-step instructions that I was talking about, you get all of that in your classes every single month. So I'm writing out step-by-step instructions for you. You have student guides here that you can use for your class kits. You can use them to hand out to your students. You can use them as a projector overhead. You get to use those with your students in each class. Again, it makes it so easy for you. I would spend hours looking at cutter shops, trying to figure out what cutters I wanted to use, what colors I could use, what sizes, like, are these all like equal sizes cutters for this class that I wanted to teach? How many colors am I going to use, right? Like, it took so much time. And what we've done in Cookie Classes to Cash is we've solved that for you. We have taken that away from you so that you don't have to think about that. You can just go in there, choose a class, choose the kit that you want to use, and it's all done for you. You know exactly how much icing to make. You use our icing guide, so you know exactly how much icing to make for each student. You know how many cookies you're going to have to make for each class. We make it so easy for you. And then you have a full length video tutorial. So I do a video, I record a video of me decorating the cookies and teaching you how to teach this to your students. So it's not a, hey, let me show you how to outline and flood this cookie, because you already know how to do that, right? I'm teaching you how to teach this to your class, to your students. So I'm saying, hey, make sure that they don't pick up this popsicle by the stick or it's going to break, okay? Or make sure this is why we're starting with this cookie here, because this is the easiest cookie, et cetera, right? I'm giving you tips and tricks along the way, but also I'm allowing you to use those step-by-step instructions that I'm telling you to say the same exact thing to your students in your class. You don't have to think about, okay, wait, how do I tell them how to do that? Like, that's kind of tricky. How am I going to tell them to do this like piping border around this like vintage cake? I've done that for you. I've done it for you, and I've thought ahead of how you're going to show them how to do that, how you're going to instruct them on how to do that, which I think is super, super cool. Your instructor guide, this is just like a sampling of your instructor guide that comes with every kit. It's your teaching blueprint. This is your teachers. If you are a teacher, love you to death. These are like your teacher curriculums, right? This is your curriculum that you are getting each month. 2 brand new classes drop every single month. This month we've got what did I just do? Oh, I haven't even announced it yet, but it's golf and cherries. It's so cute. They're over here in the dehydrator. I might have to pull them out and show you because they're so cute. They will drop on Thursday of this week. I'm going to show you when we get done here. They're so cute. They're so cute. Okay. And your student guide. You get the student guide. I teach in 3-round method. And so you're touching the cookie 3 times. This is my signature way to decorate cookies. I found it is the best way to teach your classes to get a good flow. And you get a student guide that you can print out. Like I said, you can use these in cookie kits that you're selling, or you can use this as an overhead on a projector, on a screen. You can show this to people. I like to pass them out and have them there for them so that they can see, oh, this is what we're outlining and we're flooding in the instructions. Like, it makes it so easy for them. We also do a royal icing practice sheet inside of the kits. They are all specific for that class, so you get a brand new one with each class. And then we give you marketing templates. Again, like I said, we make it so easy for you to get those butts in the seats because we give you the marketing templates with the different sizes that you need for social media to make it so easy for you to just download it, put in your pictures, put in your date, time, and location of your class, and we make it so easy for you. We also offer for each of our classes the Eddie printable files. So these are, if you have an Eddie printer at home, we provide all the Eddie images for you so that you can have the lines on the cookie, making it super easy for you just to put your cookie in, make the lines so that it is, you're not spending a ton of time using that projector. So we love, love, love that. And remember, when you join Cookie Classes to Cash, we're going to have some special bonuses if you join tonight, Cookie Classes to Cash, but you get 70 plus different kits that you can get in when you join. Those are all part of the library when you join. But let's talk about these bonuses because these bonuses are really, really good. So bonus number 1 is our private Facebook group for our Cookie Classes to Cash members. Like I said, we're doing our live Q&A each month. So you have access to our private Facebook group where you get support, you get inspiration. We do giveaways. We have fellow instructors in there who are on that same journey with you, doing this along with you. You can just see a peek inside of what some of them have said, what they really enjoy, and what they're doing with their classes. You can see how they're setting everything up. I think it's super helpful. Like this person here has got the, they put their practice sheets and the laminate or the sheet protectors and stuff. Awesome. Like you're able to learn those different things that people are doing that you're like, I would have never thought to do that. That's genius. Like so cool. Excuse me. You're also able to see what people are doing, like how are they getting people in their seats, what things are working really well. I know that Lindy said here, which also Jackie had told me too, that spring class was so good. And that was why we created this spring class and updated it because it was so good and people loved it. Don't forget, we're going to do a giveaway of this at the end here after we take questions. We're going to get to questions, I promise, here in a bit. Okay, and you get to watch me teach a live class. So that is also available in your portal. I taught a live class and we had it recorded for you so that you can watch it and see exactly how I pace the class and how I flow. So it's a live, when I say live, it was recorded live. So you can go back and watch it. It's a 2-hour class. We did speed up a few pieces because it was a little longer than 2 hours. But you can really see what it is all about. And then we do have a money back guarantee. If you join the membership and you get in there and you're like, this isn't right for me, this isn't really what I thought it was going to be, no worries, we do refund you. We are not going to like hold you to that. You're not locked into a time that you have to like stay in there or anything like that. And then we have our Q&A time. So we do have our post there. I do have some early bird prices or early bird bonuses for you. I need to tell you about. Okay, excuse me for blowing my nose. I'm so sorry. But let's get to those Q&As. If you had a question, I'm going to scroll back up here and grab these questions. But if I don't get to it for some reason, please put it in there. I am happy to answer and want to answer each, and I will say until all of the questions have been answered. Okay. Oh, we're doing pretty good on time. Now, don't forget tomorrow night, same time, same place. We will have, it's a different Zoom link, so make sure you check your email. But this will be recorded. I will send this replay out for you guys as well after this is over. I will upload it. Just give me a little bit of time for it to upload and download and all that good stuff. But tomorrow night, we're talking about marketing. That's my favorite part. It's marketing and getting butts in the seats. Okay. So, and we're going to talk about timelines. I know that that's a biggie. And I'm going to have a special bonus all about timelines. That's going to be, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Okay. And we're still going to do these giveaways. I put them here next to me so that I won't forget. Okay. Let's see. Questions. Please. Are we supposed to be seeing what you're writing? Well, I was writing I'm gonna have some homework for you guys on all of those. Okay. I love it. Y'all were doing great with that. Yes. Oh, hotel meeting rooms. Those are great. Okay. I'm trying to get to the questions. Does each person get their own bags of icing? So great question, Lorraine. I do have each person gets their own icing. Before COVID, I would have 2 people share a set of bags. So that made it much easier. So like if I had a class of 12 people, I would just have a set of 6 bags, 6 outline, 6 flood per class per color. And then COVID kind of ruined all that. So I just do individual bags of icing now. So yeah, you might be able to get away with it, especially if it's like a family, if you're doing, or like but yeah, they kind of have to have individual, I feel like now. I put each person's supplies and naked cookies in a 12 by 12 box. So I only have to put 1 box at each seat and they have their own box to take home. That's fabulous. So I have done both. I've done boxes like that so that you have everything there for them. It just kind of gets expensive because the boxes are expensive. Or I like to do the trays. And so I have the trays here. I'll grab one and show you. I love the trays from webstaurant.com. They are fantastic. They are really great. And I had people take their cookies home in that, because here's the thing, they can't cover the cookies up yet. They still have to dry. So the tray works really, really good. People are like, wait, like, how are they going to do that? They don't like, there's not covered. No, they do sell the covers if you want to from Webstaurant. You can buy the covers, but I just do the tray and they take the cookies home in a tray. Can you sign up for just 1 month? Absolutely, Lorraine. You can sign up for cookie classes to cash. It's $67 for each month. It's $67. If you want to get in, and today is the 27th, and just know that you are like, hey, I just want to get in for a month. Maybe you want to download a couple classes. You can totally do that. And then you're like, hey, I'm going to bounce before my next payment comes out before May 27th. You can totally do that. You can totally do that. I think that you'll get in there and find really, really valuable content and really valuable classes that you're going to want to stay and stick around. And so, but you can definitely do that. You can try it out if you want. Like I said, it's $67 to try it out and see. You would just need to cancel. You can either cancel it yourself or you can email me and I can cancel it for you at any time. You're not locked into staying for a year or anything like that. We do have a yearly option. If you know, if you get in and you're like, okay, this is really great. I want to, I know I want to do this, you can do the yearly option and do it for $670. You get 2 months free when you do that. And so it comes out to be, let me see how much it comes out to be. 670 divided by 12. It comes out to be $55 a month. And you're getting 2 classes every single month. And here's the thing, you can teach each month, you can teach on any class that you want. You don't have to teach on the class that I released that month. I just printed cutters for backyard grilling that I did last year and um, our pool vibes class. And I did that last year. You don't have to stick with the classes that I release. I encourage you to. Those are going to be the ones that you'll probably be most attracted to, but you can pick from any of them. You don't have to do, and you don't have to do just one class. You can do as many classes as you want. You can teach a class a day if you want. That would be a lot of work, but okay. Having the class done for you is so helpful. Yes, Letitia, it is so, so good. Like we make it so easy for you because like I said, I was spending a lot of time searching and figuring out classes and then making my samples and then taking the pictures and then writing the promotions. It was a lot. It was a lot. Will this live video be available to watch again? Yes, it will be. It's recorded and it will be uploaded. I will be sending that out in an email later today. You can also join the Facebook group and watch the replay in the Facebook group as well. It will be there as soon as we get done. Sorry. Okay. How are you doing the multi-layer designs in 2 hours? This is a great question. So my cookies take forever to dry. Sydney, this is a great question. My daughter's name is Sydney. So I love that. Okay, I'm gonna grab these cookies here because I have to show you. They're so cute. Okay, so this is something I probably obsess over a little too much. These are our May classes, our May classes, plural. And I probably obsessed over this a little too much because I want, I want your students, I want it to be easy for you to teach. I want it to be successful for you to teach, but I want your students to, if they've never picked up a piping bag before, I want them to walk away with beautiful cookies that they are thrilled about, that they are so excited about. So one thing that we do, so like I said, we do a 3-pass, 3 rounds is what I call it. And so I'm trying to think of a cookie to start with to show you. So we do, now don't freak out when you see this. This is so good. Okay, so I know it's bright and it's not going to show up very well because it's really, really bright. But look at this cute sneaker. We're doing cherries for this one. So I know it's kind of hard to see. But so this sneaker has a wet on wet back. It's got the white here at the tip and at the bottom. I'm trying to get like a good angle to like see it. It's hard to see. Okay, but we do the wet on wet first. And then we're gonna do the white next. So these cherries are on top, if you can't see. So they are on top. So we do everything so that you decorate your 6 cookies. So you're gonna start with the first cookie. You're gonna go through each one. And by the time that you get to round 2 and you've done a base flood on all the cookies, that first cookie has already crusted over. So the icing is not going to be dry completely, right? Like you could stick your finger in it for sure, but you are going to be able to, you're going to be able to have the icing. The icing is going to be crusted over so that you can move on to step 2. Okay, so you'll be able to go to round 2, and you'll say, oh, okay, so round 1 for this cookie is you're just doing this blue part of the cookie. You're not doing the laces. You're not doing the white here. You're not even doing you're not doing the cherries. You're just doing this white, or this blue rather, this blue with the wet on wet white stripes. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there we go. You can see it a little better. Trying to like cover up them. So that's what we do. So we make it easy for you. And I obsess over this every single class because I want it to be easy for you. I don't want you to have, like, take this cookie, for example. Um, I don't want you to have like the leaves that all blend together, right? Like if you were to outline all four of these leaves here at the bottom of this golf ball, they're going to all blend together. I don't want them to all blend together. I want them to look just like this, right? So I teach you what you have to outline and fill in, and you're going to teach that to your students and do the same thing. So we make it super, super easy for you. Like I said, I probably obsess over it too much because I want it to be successful for you. And here's the thing, if your cookie students, if they leave your class and they're like, that was so great, I learned so much in that class, and I came home with beautiful cookies, I want to go again. I want to come again. And guess what? We have several teachers and cookie classes at Cash that have repeat customers, that they're coming back over and over and over again. And that's what you want to create. You want to create this buzz. You want to create this, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, Summer. I had the best time in this class. I want to come back next month. What's the next class that you're going to do? What's the next one you're going to do? The great thing is we have 2 classes every month. So there's always something new. There's always something new. Okay. Are the kids with different levels of difficulty? Yes. So I will say all of the kits are beginner friendly, but we do have some that are more easier than others. So like you can see in this picture here, the one that's our ladies' night out. That is a great class to start with. It's a great beginner class. It is perfect and fantastic for a beginner. We also have, I don't see it here. Oh, I see it over here. We did a carrot farm, and this was a little bit more detailed. You can't see it really well, but we did a carrot farm, and so that one is definitely, it's still beginner friendly. It still has the 3 rounds, but it's a little bit more detailed. So it does have one that has words on it, but I wouldn't say that it's an intermediate class. We don't have any intermediate classes, but we do have classes that are a little bit more advanced than the others. So just know that they are all beginner friendly. They're all designed so that anyone who's never picked up a piping bag before, that they can decorate these cookies. Um, but Tammy says most are beginner friendly, but some do have some more advanced techniques. Yes, yes. Like this one, you have this bow on this carrot is a little bit more advanced, right? Like it's a little bit more, when we have words, I rarely do have words on the cookies because I know that words can be hard and intimidating for people. But if we have words, like the carrot one just said grow, or we'll have like an XOXO. We keep it really simple. We're not going to be doing cursive. We're not going to be writing Happy Halloween or anything like that on the cookies. Like we're going to keep it pretty simple. Okay, great questions. When you do the same price breakdown, if it's a mommy and me class or a class geared towards kids, great question. I like to do them. I do the breakdown the same way. If it's a mommy and me class, I still will do the same breakdown of like you're getting the 6 cookies. Now they may want to get one. I've done that before where they bought a 1 ticket price for the adult, and then they bought one for the child, and then they can add on an additional child. So maybe like mom is bringing 2 kids with her. You could break it down like that as well. Just make sure that you are coming out ahead in the end with profit. Do you get the STLs to print cutters with the 3D printers? Stacey, great question. So we do not provide the STLs with the membership. However, we partnered with the Sprinkle Factory. And if you are a part of the Sprinkle Factory library, which is their membership, you have access to all of our STL files in the membership and the Sprinkle Factory membership. You have access to all of those. So if you're already a part of the Sprinkle Factory library, fantastic. You have all of those STL files for you available, and you can print them however many times as you want. If you do not have that membership and you want to purchase the STLs, you have the option to purchase the STLs from the Sprinkle Factory, or you can purchase the physical cutters from my shop. Sorry, you can purchase them through me or you can purchase them through the Sprinkle Factory. So, two options there for you to get the cutters. Can you record a tutorial on how to use the projector images to mark the cookies for those of us who don't have and can? Absolutely, absolutely. I don't think that we have one on there, but I can definitely do that. We're working on getting one for the Eddie, so I'm working on getting an Eddie machine right now, and I may have Tony with the Sprinkle Factory record one because she has um, probably a better way of showing you how to do that with their STL files and everything. Okay, really enjoyed being part of this group. Hoping to be able to join again. Yes, Letitia, we want you back. Come back. Do the bonuses count if we join tomorrow night? Yes. So we have some early bird bonuses. Remember, I love me some early bird bonuses. Our early bird bonuses expire on Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, our bonuses, the bonuses I talked about tonight in the membership, those are ongoing for tonight and tomorrow. The bonuses that we have special timelines for you guys, and we have the venue. I think we forgot to put that slide in here. I have a list. If you join tonight, you get that list of 30 venues to teach your classes. And it's not just a list. It's like a little bit more than a list. Like it's a meaty list of of places that you can host cookie classes. How much is the membership, Chrissy? It is $67 a month. So you can join for $67 if you, and then it just comes out every month on the same day. Whatever day you join, it's like if you join today, then your next payment would come out on May 27th. Now, let's just say you're charging $50 a seat for your class. If you have two people in your class, that more than pays for your membership to Cookie Classes to Cash. And you remember, you're getting two classes every single month, two new classes every single month. So you're getting a really, really good deal. Sophia says, when choosing colors, are lighter colors prefer than darker colors? For your classes, like I recommend doing lighter colors, obviously, because it's just gonna be easier for you to make them. When you're making your icing and you're prepping for, you're making your icing bags and everything, I tell you to, and I have bonuses in the Cookie Classes to Cash membership where I'm showing you how to mix your icing, how to make it in one bowl, et cetera, how to use an assembly line, how to use your stacking cups to work faster. I recommend doing lighter colors and having your mixer make the colors as much as possible. So like if you're doing red, like what we've done here with the cherries, I want that mixer to mix most of my red icing because my arm is going to fall off if I'm having to do that. So lighter colors, yes, as much as possible. But yeah, definitely use that mixer to mix those colors. Do you have a recommendation or preference for the Eddie printer? Yes, the Eddie. I do not. Sorry, Lori. I do not have an Eddie printer. I'm in the process of getting an Eddie printer. Um, but I have used them before and they are fantastic and they're really good. Oh, that's much better. I don't have any experience with any of the other ones that do like the Eddie files and stuff. The Eddie is great too, like for just like your holiday cookies and your custom cookies of doing the backgrounds. I feel like it's kind of taken the place of airbrushing. Um, and I think it's fantastic and it's great. If we belong to the Next Level Cookie Club, can we join the class cash for, yes, you can join. So Karen, you can join Cookie Classes to Cash. You have a discount of half off if you are already part of Next Level Cookie Club. So it comes out to be $70. And so you get two memberships for basically the price of one. Karen, I will send that out to NLCC members with that discount code. What kind of tech do you recommend for projecting demos? Do you recommend using a mic for teaching? I recommend, like, if you're like me and I have a really low voice, like when I was at CookieCon and I did this presentation, I was like, please mic me up because I have a low voice. And so it's really hard for me to talk really loud. Um, and so I like to be mic'd up if I'm in a really large area, but that's just me. Some people hate that. If you are looking for a projector, I highly recommend the oh, I have to get it. I'll put it in the Facebook group, the one that I recommend, but it's not Vizio. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it's called. I gave one away at CookieCon. It's the docu-camera. It's the docu-camera. It's about $230. That's the one I recommend because you can it will you have your camera up here and so it's videoing what you are decorating right here and it will put it on the screen. So you hook it up to your HDMI on your computer and then it's got it on the screen. I do have trainings inside of Cookie Classes to Cash. I have a training on doing a large class and what I recommend for that. And I have my recommendations for a screen, a projector, all of those things there. And then I also have a bonus training on how to do an online class. If you are wanting to do online classes and what that entails, I do have a training on that as well inside of Cookie Classes to Cash. Um, so you don't get the cookie cutters each month, but we provide the link for you to get the cutters. You can we do have a discount with the Sprinkle Factory to get them. Or you can, if you're a part of the Sprinkle Factory library, you have access to all of those STL files already. And it's $200 a year to be a part of the Sprinkle Factory library. So I highly recommend if you're going to teach classes, all of our classes are with the Sprinkle Factory cutters and files. So if you're going to do classes, if you are in Cookie Classes to Cash, I highly recommend that you go ahead and sign up for, and you have over, I don't remember how many it is, Tammy. It's like 500. No, I'm sorry. It's over 5,000 files. Like you don't need anything else. Like their library is amazing. Trying to understand the membership for Cookies to Cash. Are you selling the cutters for each design? I do. Yes, I sell the cutters. You can purchase the cutters from my shop if you want, and I print them and mail them to you. I usually mail them in 1 to 2 days, or you can purchase the STL files from the Sprinkle Factory. Hopefully that helps. Kristen says, I've gotten trays from the Dollar Tree website. Yes. I have gotten metal trays. I've used metal trays. That's what I used before I had the paper trays. I still have them. I use them for like decorating at home at Christmas time and stuff with my family. If you purchase the $10 additional workbook, offered after the sign up, where do you find that link? I will be emailing that to you tomorrow after the workshop. I will be sending that out. Are the trays aluminum or metal? I've gotten metal ones from the Dollar Tree. I think they're metal. I mean, I don't know if they're really like real metal. They're probably aluminum. No, they're probably metal. They're metal. But the paper trays that I get from Webstroughton.com are paper, so they take those home. What is 55? I don't know what 55 is. If we're already on the NLCC member, do I get a discount? Yes, Cody, I will send that to you. I'm going to send that email to NLCC people tonight with that discount code so that you can use it to sign up. How do we get the cutters if we don't have a 3D printer? You can purchase them through my website. So if you go to summersweetshop.com and you click on cutters, I have all the cutters listed. Now, they are all listed at like $10 a piece. That is not the price that you have to pay. If you are in Cookie Classes to Cash, you get 50% off. So they're just $5 a piece, which is pretty comparable to what you get from other cutter shops and stuff. Let's see. Okay. Double click. Oh, you wanted to see just my face. I had that up there. Sorry, I had that up there just so that if people wanted to click on it, yeah, you can switch views. Do the edit images have the fully decorated image and camera used to, or just the outline? It has just the outline, so it doesn't have the image of the cookie on there. Like if you had the carrot, like it's not gonna have the whole saying, like the whole croissant or whatever there. It would just be the outline. Um, the cost of the cutters for each class, I charge $5 for the cutters. They're $5 each, so then it's $30 for the cutters. Or you can get the STL files are a little bit less. How many cutter designs are in each? We always do 6 cookies in each class. Um, 6 cookies in each class. And if you're doing 3 cookies, what I recommend, like if you're doing a kids class or you're just starting out, is you can do just 3 cookies from that class. And just do like pick 3 of them that you're like, oh, this is great for a kids class. These 3 are pretty easy. And we can do that. So you can always just pick 3 of the 6 that you want to do. But 6 cutters come with each 6 cookie designs. Will the Eddie files also work on the blue printers from the icing images? I don't think so, because because it's a PNG, unless you can use a PNG with Big Blue. I'm not sure. I believe I do have my recipes as are in Cookie Classes to Cash, I think. They are definitely in Next Level Cookie Club. Next Level Cookie Club is my membership for cookiers who are selling their custom cookies and they want to build and grow their business, their cookie business. And so that's my other membership, where I'm teaching you more on your custom cookies and your holiday cookies and how you are maximizing that and getting more profit in your business and how you're growing your business with that. I can send that to you guys too if you were interested in Next Level Cookie Club. Um, Thank you for all the details. Yay! Thanks, Letitia. It's so good to see you. What's the discount? The discount is if you're a part of Next Level Cookie Club, I will send you an email tonight that has a discount code. You get half off of the membership when you join Cookie Classes to Cash as being a part of my Next Level Cookie Club. It's my other membership that's $37. So it comes out to be $70. You could also go the other way if you join Cookie Classes to Cash and you're like, hey, I want to join Next Level Cookie Club. You can join that one for half price as well. And it makes it, again, it's like a total of like $70, which is a really, really good deal. What skills would you categorize as intermediate? Intermediate, I consider, well, none of these are intermediate. And all of the things that I have. Okay, so this cookie here is intermediate to me because you're lettering on a cookie. This is not something that I would teach in a cookie class myself, unless I was doing an intermediate cookie class. So this is one of the cookies we did for Next Level Cookie Club um, for April. But this is what I would consider anything that's lettering like this, where you are doing pressure piping, you're doing fill in, that's going to be intermediate level is what I consider intermediate level. I'm glad you asked that, Rebecca, because sometimes, not Rebecca, Carla, wait, Rebecca, yes, yes. Um, so anytime that you're doing, so that would be really hard to do with a class without, like you would need a projector, you would need, or you would have like that cookie white before they got to the class and things like that. So I try and think like, I think about drying time and I think about can that student get success and have cookies that look good when they leave the class is what I am looking at. Please, Lucy, show us May's new class. Okay, so you saw the Converse, the sneaker. So we also have, like, oh, I gotta give this away too. So we have a cherry. Can you see it? It's a cherry oversized sweatshirt. It's so cute. Can you see it? Or maybe if I hold it back here, you can see it a little better. No, it's so bright, and I can't get around there to do it. And then we have cherries. So we have the cherries. Um, we have a sweet bow. It's like squared bow. It's pink. Um, and then we also have a golf theme. So I already showed you like the golf tee, but we also have a golf hat. And this one has like the argyle. Isn't that cute? And look at this. The golf cart. You have the golf cart. So cute. So cute. And then the golf clubs have the Argyle as well. Again, this was like tricky to write out the Argyle. Like, how do I explain? You've got these like dashes. I do that for you. So then when you're teaching the class, it's so easy for you to teach it. Oh, I should show you. Um, I do recommend, I do recommend like, so kids classes can be hard because they want to speed through the class, whereas adults take a little bit longer. So I don't like to mix them together. If you're going to do a kids class, I would do it separate, honestly. Okay, Charlotte, I can do that. I will send you guys an email with the combination of the two memberships. I'll have to work on that. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning because I want to get this video uploaded. Um, but yeah, that that can be tricky when you're teaching the kids classes. Now the cherry class, oh, this is the scrunchie too. So this is like the scrunchie. Isn't this cute? Okay, and we're gonna do a giveaway with people that are still here um, for these two kits. This scrunchie is so cute. So we designed this cherry class to be a really great one for like a private class for teenagers. The easiest money I ever made is when I'm hired to do a private class because I don't have to get the seats, I don't have to sell the tickets. I'm hired by a host who I show up. I'm the entertainment, right? Like I'm the like clown, I'm the balloon artist, whatever you want to say to come and teach this cookie decorating. I come with all of the supplies and it's so much fun and it is easy money, easy money, easy money. And so that's what this class is all about. We're going to talk about it more in our trainings in May about how you can book private classes and how you can promote and start talking to your customers about you being available to do private classes and how they can book them with you. But that's what this one is really designed for because it's just kind of a trendy, it's definitely a trend right now is the cherries and stuff. And so we designed that one because it's just, it's just cute. It's super fun. Like it's great adult class as well. But we really designed it and said, hey, like, how can we do this? Like, and do this promote private classes for cookie instructors so that they can be even more profitable with their business. Okay, any other questions? Let me see here. I'm gonna grab a sip. Any other questions? I will be sending out this email tonight with thank you, Chris. I'm so glad you learned a lot. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have marketing. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about getting butts in the seats. We're going to talk about how are you selling your classes? How are you promoting it? How are you talking about it to your audience to get them to come to your class? We're going to talk about private classes, what that's like, what's the difference between a class and a party. We're going to talk about all of that tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock. It should be about the same length. And then I'll answer questions at the end, of course, as well, just like we did tonight. Sorry if I missed your answer about the tutorial on how to use the projector images to mark our keys. Yes, I can do that. I don't have one, Tammy. I don't think I have one currently in there. I'm kind of surprised I don't have one in there, but I can put one in there for you. Absolutely. How far in advance can you make up your icing bag? Separation can happen. Kind of, you can do it like I freeze them when I'm teaching a class. Like a lot of times, like I can make it up weeks in advance, and if I make it and freeze it right away before it has time to separate, it does really well and it does fine. So use your freezer. It is fantastic. If I'm not using a freezer, I like to make them up no more than the day before, honestly. But I will refrigerate them for sure. Um, Yay, Katie, you're excited and motivated to get started. That was my goal is I wanted you to have that confidence to get started teaching your classes. Um, good, Annie, I'm so glad. I can't wait for tomorrow night too. I hope you guys come back tomorrow night and hear all about marketing your classes and what that is going to be like, I'm going to stop sharing. Let me see if I can show these at all. It's hard to see. Oh, and I gotta do these two giveaways. Can you see it? You can't see it. It's so hard to see. They will be coming out this week though. And there maybe actually, I will do a sneak peek in the Facebook group. Or I'll maybe do one in the email too. Hey Lord, thanks. I'm so excited you're excited for tomorrow night too. Me too. Okay, any other questions before I jump off here? I'm just looking here to see if there were any else. Do you offer the cutters to the cookie class students? So you can purchase them. Like I usually don't offer this. Like I have before where I had the cutters for them. You could always take the cutters that you and I know people that students that or teachers that do this, they will take the like say you do this class and you're like, I'm gonna do this class, and then you give them the cutters afterwards. And somebody gets to have this one. I have seen people do that. So thanks so much. I hope it's better. I hope it's better tomorrow. I like feel all this pressure right here. Not fun. I'm unable to make tomorrow night. That's okay. The video will release immediately. Yes, you will have access to it. How long did the thaw frozen make? Just a couple hours. It really to thaw your icing. Okay, if let me rephrase that. To thaw it out, I'm gonna say like 30 minutes if you lay it all out. Like if they're all together and they're all frozen together, it's gonna take it longer to thaw. But if you, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take them out and just like lay them all out on like a paper towel because they'll have condensation. It works. Oh no, I have the same crud. It's been over a week. I know my husband had it last week and I was hoping I would not get it, but too bad. Yay, thank you, Elisa. Awesome. Yay. Okay, I was just looking back up here to see if there were other questions. I mean, you could, yes, like that's the thing is if you are giving the cutters away, then you can't repeat the class. But I want you to repeat the class. Like that's one of my recommendations is that you repeat the class because you're going to get faster at making the icing, making the cookies, and teaching the class. You're going to get more comfortable teaching the class. So I highly recommend that you teach that same class. You're going to be more profitable teaching that same class. You see this a lot with the CookieCon instructors that teach add-ons. They will teach the same class over and over because it's more profitable for them. The vendor I use to host classes at close. Oh no! Oh, that's no good. Oh, Letitia, that stinks. Well, hopefully you can find another place. Hopefully you can find another place. Okay. Any other questions? I'm gonna get that email for NLCC members. Now tomorrow night we will have some bonuses. Let me pick someone here who is watching. Okay, Fabby's iPhone. Fabby's iPhone. I just randomly picked. It just says Fabby's iPhone. Yes. Okay, Fabby. Send me your I'm going to pick one from the Facebook group. Send me your name and address. You can send it to summer@summersweetshop.com. Let me type that in. And I will send this to you in the mail tomorrow. And it has a QR code here that has a Dropbox link to all of the pieces of the class. Awesome. Okay, and let me do one more. This hopefully still here. Okay, let's see. Michelle McKean, McMeekin. Are you still on? Michelle? Are you still on? Let's see. If she's not, we'll go to the next person. I don't know if she is. It's like showing me people that are on my. Oh, she might have left. I get it. All right, Dana. Dana. Are you still on there? Do you make the cookies for the classes the day before or do you freeze them? I like to do them way ahead of time, the cookies for the class, because I don't have to worry about them like separating like icing and things like that. So I like to make the cookies early as possible. Yeah. Oh, yes. Check out the Sprinkle Factory library. It is fantastic. You can go to thesprinklepactory.com and check it out. It is fantastic. I probably need to have an email about that, I guess. Yes, Dana. Okay, Dana, send me your name and address and I will send these cutters to you. Send it to Summer at Summer Sweet Shop, or you can just send me the message on here. Well, send it to my email because I have a greater chance of getting it there. But the Sprinkle Factory has so many designs and they're so cute and they're adorable and they're fantastic. I love working with them. I love their designs. I work with Tony, who's the owner over there, and she's fantastic. And she's just a delight to work with. We really are like on the same wavelength and what our style is and what we want to bring to other cookiers and everything. So I love working with them. Um, they are fantastic. Um, when is your cutoff for purchasing tickets to your class? I usually do, so my cutoff is usually like 3 days before the class is. It depends on how soon I'm going to be prepping for the class. If I am going to be like if I'm making my icing 2 days before, I'll say like it's 3 days before. So it really just kind of depends. If I am like, hey, I want to start prepping earlier, I'll make it like 5 days before. I love the box that holds the cutters. Where are they from? They are from Clear Bags. Clear bags, and they're I forgot what size they are. 10 by 8, I want to say maybe. Um, they do work well and stuff. And I just sell the kits at CookieCon. I don't sell them any other time. These are just a couple that I had left over from CookieCon that I was going to do a giveaway with, and I never did it on Socialist. So I was like, I'm going to do it to my free members here. Um, okay. What else? My sources do not feel good. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions that you guys have? These were great questions. I hope that you guys really take a look at Cookie Classes to Cash and see if it's something for you. I think that it is a wonderful program and it really serves the cookier who is wanting to teach, who doesn't want to spend all the time that it takes to prep for a class and plan a class. It really takes that piece out of it. And I know that we have such an amazing product that really serves that cookier really well. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you have other questions, please you can put them in the Facebook group, email me, or join me. Love to see you tomorrow night. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about butts in the seats. We're going to talk about what you get or how you're going to get people in your class. And I will send you emails about and you're going to send the emails about those that I offer. What's in the Facebook group? What is the Facebook group? It is How to Teach a Cookie Class Facebook group. You can join it. We did the workshop over there. We streamed it over there for them. Send us pics of May if you don't mind. Yes, I will send you pics of May. I will include those in some emails and show you guys, or I'll put it in the Facebook group so you guys can see. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're just adorable. I'm staring at them right now. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you guys. I can't wait to see all of you tomorrow night. And I look forward to seeing you a lot of you guys in Cookie Classes to Cash. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. See you guys.